All right. Hello. Good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today I want to take you guys through a hopefully fun and informative video which will look at the levels of financial freedom. So what I have here is I have 7 different levels, and these are not financial metrics that are brought off of maybe Charles Schwab or anything like that. These are just basically my own personal thoughts, level 1 to level 7, and at each level I'm going to talk about the kind of income you're earning, and then as well my thoughts on what you could potentially afford with that. And of course, as we go down the rabbit hole, we get to more and more exciting things. And I want to talk about some awesome things that you guys can do when you guys are financially free, because that's what we're achieving here. And as you guys can see, we have it done in my honorable investing tracking cash flow template. It is not currently available yet, but I'm continuing to work on this. This is just something random for today, but I kind of like it, so maybe I might include this in there, and then you guys can label yourselves how you feel or make your own. So that does sound good. Before we get into this video, we're up to 7,799 subscribers. We're 1 subscriber away from 7,800. So if you want to be that one, click that subscribe button. We have 97 subscribers in the past 98 days. That is awesome. Like this video if you guys do enjoy it. And as always, we will have a Questrade link in this video description to get $50 if you open up an account with Questrade. So awesome. Okay, we got into all that. Let's talk about some levels of financial freedom. Level 1, bumsky. I was going to put bum, but I added a ski to make it sound a little better. Level 1, bumsky has $0 in terms of monthly income. This is no passive income. And the reason why I say this is because okay, to make it clear, I'm basing this off of a high yield dividend investor. I am a high yield dividend investor. I invest in things like YMAX, potentially ones like CLM, which pay upwards of a 20% dividend. So earning these big numbers in terms of financial income can come easier because you need less money in order to achieve more monthly income. But due to the fact that it's very simple, even you could buy some Coca-Cola stock, and buying 5 Coca-Cola shares could probably earn you maybe a couple dollars every single year. So you'd earn something, but a bumsky earns 0. That is my opinion. Now, moving on to level 2, the beginner. The beginner earns between $25 and $500 every single month. This is the beginner. $25 to $500 a month. Maybe it pays your utility bills, your water bills. That's not super exciting. What it could do is it could buy your family a nice dinner out. Maybe you pay your job, you have your job, you pay your bills, but you know what? You just want to go out maybe once or twice a month. $25 to $500, a beginner dividend investor can easily earn this type of income, and you can take yourself, your family, your friends out for dinner once or twice a month. I think that's a pretty fair claim. Now we move to the next one. I'm going to put level 3 as getting there. Getting there, who knows where, but you're going up. Getting there, level 3 is from about $500 to about $1,400 in my opinion. And I'm actually currently kind of within there. I'm getting there, you know. I'm not yet starting to master the ropes. I'm just getting there, okay? Because in terms of my total monthly income, sure, I had a month where I hit over $1,400. We're currently at about maybe $1,100 in terms of monthly income. So I'm getting there. And what does getting there get you? Getting there maybe gets you a nicer car, you know? Maybe a decent car, a car payment. It's not going to get you a Ferrari, but what it could get you is, you know, a car that's maybe about $30,000. It says a $30,000 vehicle in Calgary with $3,000 down at a relatively 6% interest rate would cost you about $520. Okay, so reasonably, if we are getting there, earning about $500 to about $1,400 per month, we could pay some bills like our car payments. If you have a car payment, I don't suggest buying a car on finance. Why do that? Unless obviously your assets pay for that, but you could do it. Next, we have level 4, starting to master the ropes. Let's see what I believe here. $1,400 to $5,000. This is, once again, going off of a high yield and high income strategy, because if you're buying Coca-Cola, for example, and you're earning $5,000 a month, I believe you're close to mastery, because you know what? Coca-Cola has a 3% yield. You'll likely have over $1 million within that if you're earning $5,000 every single month. But in terms of a high yield dividend kind of investor, I should say, $1,400 to about $5,000 a month, you are starting to master the ropes. This is kind of where, you know, you could potentially put this money towards a mortgage payment. Of course, you could buy more assets like YMAX, CLM, but you're kind of starting to touch on the basis of earning as much income as your job potentially. So I think that's very cool. That's why I say starting to master the ropes. And then we have level 5. This is where it starts to get fun. So if you're having fun already, I really hope you guys enjoy going forward. Level 5, you are free to live on your own terms. And what does this mean? To me, it potentially means about $5,000 to $10,000 every single month. And this is only level 5. There's definitely more levels in level 7, but this is what I'm talking about today. Level 5, $5,000 to $10,000. You are finally kind of financially free from your 9 to 5. You have the opportunity to do what you want to do on your own time. But here's the thing. You maybe live a basic lifestyle. You maybe have your house, the bills are paid, but you don't have enough income in order to maybe go out and have crazy vacations or anything like that. You just have the income in order to maybe start a side hustle or do something else which you want to do with your time. $5,000 to $10,000 in terms of income will pay your bills, but in my opinion, it is not enough money to live a crazy, fantastic lifestyle. But this is where we go to close to mastery. Level 6. What is close to mastery? This is a little bit crazy. Hold on here. $25,000 plus. Before you click off this video because you're like, yo, hold up. $25,000 for close to mastery. Look, what is $25,000 a month? $25,000 a month can likely afford you a pretty decent house. It can afford your kids to go to private school, get a better education. If you believe in a matrix, they can hopefully escape it. You know, okay, we're not on this level yet, but you can afford some things that the average person who has basic, living financially free, for example, the basic of financial freedom will not be able to achieve. A bigger house won't necessarily make you happier, Maybe putting your kids in a better education system might make you happier. But really, you're at the point where you can do what you want. You guys can take some cool vacations. You guys can own some things that most people won't be able to own because you're earning $25,000 every single month. And that's close to mastery. But what is complete control? In my opinion, complete control, of course, it's kind of where I want to achieve, but potentially even more just because I enjoy the game. And I don't do it for the money. I do it because I love investing and I think it's super cool to watch it grow, and it's the hard work that you put in that's ordered and required to make it grow. And you have $100,000 every single month. I believe this is level 7. There's more levels than this, but what is complete control? Complete control is you have your own time, okay? You can buy likely pretty much any house you want. You could design a house. You could live on the edge of a cliff. Okay, look at this thing. I think this is a little bit crazy in terms of a starter home. But if you have $100,000 coming in every single month, you have the potential to build what you want to build, which is awesome. You also have the potential to eat any food and likely not care about the price of it because you're earning $100,000 every single month. That is awesome. Another thing is you could learn from global cultures. You could take some time away from your work and you can dedicate it to learning about different cultures, different people, how people live, to then think about the lifestyle you want to live in the future and go on to live that. What else could you do? You could do what you want to pursue. You are free from the 9 to 5 job. You know what? A big portion of it is just deciding what you want to do. And sometimes you can leave your 9 to 5 job with $5,000 to $10,000, but then you don't necessarily have enough income to do anything you want. I believe $100,000 a month gives you complete freedom. At first, it might be overwhelming, but you then settle in and you find out what you want to do by learning from other people and then potentially pursuing things that, of course, you want to try in your lifetime. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. This was the 7 levels to financial freedom by, of course, honorable investing. This is just my own opinion, but I hope it kind of gave you guys some guidance and some clarity. And maybe you guys can rank yourselves on what level you are at, anything like that. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Up to 7,799 subscribers, 1 subscriber away. So if you want to see 3 digits, click, then hit subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Nice house. Look at that.